I was at San Francisco State a few months back, which was my first mistake, going to freaking San Francisco. But I went there with the intention of, like talking about what you and I have talked about, at least from that national championship standpoint, everything that we went through, why it's important. I went there, and what a naive thought to think that these students would come with an open mind and the willingness to have their hearts softened, because they did not. They came with their pitchforks and fire, and upon me delivering my speech in a classroom setting, right? So like a podium at the front, there's seats in the class. Upon delivering my speech afterwards, a group of protesters entered into the room, hundreds of them, okay, turned off the lights, rushed to the front. I'm being like shoved and hit and jostled. I'm like so confused what's going on. Punched, right? But fortunately for me, men in dresses, their punches don't hurt that bad. But ultimately, these protesters ended up holding me for ransom throughout the night, demanding that if I wanted to make it home to see my family safely again, I had to pay them money. All the while, you might be wondering, okay, well, where are the police? Joe, it's San Francisco. The police are being held for ransom in the same room with me. I'm looking at the police like, pretty sure I'm being held against my will. Pretty sure we call that kidnapping. Isn't there something you can do to like alleviate what's going on here, to de-escalate and get me home safely? No, actually, we can't. We're not allowed to be seen as anything other than an ally to that community. The same community who's on the other side of that door calling them racist pigs for protecting a white girl like me.
Say that again. They're not allowed to be seen as anything other than an ally?
Right.
So this is like a mandate from the police department. So anything that involves anyone who's trans, you have to automatically support, regardless of whether or not that person's the aggressor?
Let me tell you, even...
Is that fair to say that?
Well, that's what was communicated to me. Even now, where there is an ample amount of video footage of this happening, there is audio evidence, there are eyewitness testimonies. Again, the police were in the room with me. There's footage that I requested that they never sent me, whether it was CCTV footage or their body cam footage. There's an ample amount of evidence to charge whoever is responsible, whether it's the students, whether it's the university, whether it's honestly the police department at this point. They have come back now and said that the charges are alleged. There's nothing they can do. There's no evidence to prosecute or press charges against anyone. I'm looking at this. Keep in mind, right, the dean of students shows up when I'm being held in this room for hours and hours, 4 hours, through the middle of the night in this room. And the dean of students shows up. He's negotiating with the students how much I owe each of them to get out. The price that I had heard was agreed upon through the side of the door was $10 each, which I'm mad about because I think I'm worth more than $10.
They all went $10.
Granted, there's a lot of them.
Oh my God.
But I'm like,
but
$10?
how funny is that? Give us all $10. We're hungry.
Believe.
We want to go get Subway.
But anyways, the university the next day sent out a university-wide email to their, staff, professors, students, everybody, and said, "We are so proud of our brave students for handling Riley Gaines in the manner that they did. We know how deeply traumatic her presence is on this campus, and so here are some counseling resources for you guys.
Oh my God.
Just know we see you, we stand with you, we see you, we hear you, we love you."
Again.
Nowhere in there did they condemn violence against women, for that matter. Nowhere in there did they say we uphold our First Amendment and the freedom of speech. No, of course not.
The right to civil discourse.
No, forget it.